This is my top 5 least favorite Mario Party 3 minigames. Like always, it's purely my opinion and no one else's. And yes, concept still matters. Also, item and game guy minigames will not be counted. That's all for the rules, so let's go! Number 5 is Duel, End of the Line. Each player's riding their own train that'll pass through 3 split paths. They must choose either the left or right path for each one, hoping the one they pick leads to the next section. If they pick the wrong path, they'll fall off a cliff and have to start all over again. The first player to reach the end of the tracks wins. Yes, this minigame is luck-based, but it's also really simplistic and unimmersive. It does require good memory to some extent, since if you fall at any point, you'll have to remember which paths led where. Given how much I like games that test memory, this minigame's not as bad as other luck-based ones, but I still don't really like it. So that's why End of the Line is my 5th least favorite minigame. It's the end of the line for you, End of the Line. Number 4 is Free-for-All, MPIQ. I'm just gonna come out and say, this minigame is kinda stupid. Toad will ask the players questions, and the first one to buzz in gets to answer. If they give the wrong answer, they'll be out for the next round, but if they give the right answer, they'll score a point, and the first player to score 3 points wins. However, what makes it stupid is the kinds of questions Toad asks. Some of them are stupidly easy, like what color is Wario's cap, what Mario Party game are you playing right now, etc. And others are really specific, like which duel map has been played on the most, what is the record in this minigame, etc. With the former, it's pretty much a game of speed, and with the latter, it's pretty much a game of luck, and neither of these constitute what a trivia game show is supposed to be. I won't lie, MPIQ does have a pretty clever concept, and if the questions were more trivia-based, it probably could have been one of my favorites. But coulda, woulda, shoulda. Number 3 is Free-for-All, Picture Imperfect. At the beginning, a picture of a Mario character will be shown, and the players, each with their own blank template, must hit a block at the right time to give their model the correct facial features. The more correct features your model represents, the more points you'll score, and the highest scoring player at the end wins. The amount of times the block must be hit varies depending on the character pictured at the beginning, and timing the hit is pretty easy for the first 3 rolls, but from the 4th on, it pretty much becomes a game of luck. I mean, just look how fast it's going. If this minigame didn't come down to luck at the end, it wouldn't be that bad, but it does, so that ruins it for me. Picture Imperfect is definitely imperfect, and my 3rd least favorite minigame in Mario Party 3. Number 2 is 1v3, Hide and Sneak. The team players are on a stage with 4 stage props and must pick one to hide behind, while the lone player, after the curtain closes and reopens, must pick one of the props to drop, and if any team players were hiding behind that prop, they're out. If the lone player can oust all 3 team players in 3 rounds, he or she wins, but if even one team player is still standing after the 3rd round, the team wins. Yes, this is another luck-based minigame. I suppose that if you're on the team with 2 other human players, you could increase your chances of winning by coordinating with each other behind the lone player's back, but even with that, this minigame still just comes down to luck, and even disregarding that, it's just boring with an uninteresting concept, so that's why Hide and Sneak is number 2. The worst Mario Party 3 minigame is a tie between Free-for-All, Stacked Deck, and Merigochan. Once again, these are 2 completely luck-based minigames. In Stacked Deck, the players take turns ground-pounding cards to flip them over. If they get a Toad, they're safe. If they get a Baby Bowser, they're out. And if they get a Boo, the player order will be shuffled, and the last player standing wins. In Merigochan, players must pick a colored section of a spinning platform to jump on, and hope the color they pick won't be the one the Chain Chomp decides to attack. Any player the Chain Chomp does attack loses, and the last player standing wins. These minigames are actually in the exact same boat as Day at the Races and Bowser's Big Blast from Mario Party 2. There's no skill required whatsoever. You just pick something and hope for the best. But that's not all. They're also battle minigames, which means each player must wager a certain amount of their coins, and the better you do in the minigame, the more of those total coins you win back. So I dislike Stacked Deck and Merigochan for all the same reasons as Day at the Races and Bowser's Big Blast. They could have major effects on a board, with nothing to blame but stupid luck. To be frank, if these weren't battle minigames, they'd probably only be number 2 on this list, and Hide and Sneak would be the worst, because they're not boring, so to speak, but if you're both a luck-based and battle minigame at the same time, you're pretty much doomed from the start. So there you have it, my top 5 least favorite Mario Party 3 minigames. For more videos like this, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, please check out my social media. All links are in the description. A triple thank you for watching. See you next time. Mikoro Glyscore 472, out.